Hey guys, so this is just a quick video on the, I have a 2017 Chevy SS and the Holden roof rack. Just a little quick bit of information. So my use case for this is for a bicycle. I've always used trailer hitches in the past, but I just never really found enough information as to what that would entail to put on this car. It seemed like either chopping up the bumper or drilling holes in the frame, which I didn't want to do. So I decided to go roof rack. So I got this rack from like GM wholesale parts or something like that. And the instructions say that it's for a Holden VE. So I believe this may also be very similar to the G8. But anyway, so I have the front on right now. So just kind of what it looks like. It comes with these little holders for the rectangle tabs that go in here. So I'm not gonna take it out, but it's installed like this. And the idea, you can see the arrow, is that you push it forward enough to clear that tab on the end right here. And then you lift up and then peel it off. I broke a couple, so now that you've seen how it works, maybe you won't. But anyway, they have nice little holders here that you can keep it in the rack. Anyway, so this end is undone, so you just kind of drop it in, and it has two little latches that are squeezed together, so you pull them out, and I'm not sure if you can see in there, but they engage underneath something in there. So to latch it down, you want to keep the red thing up, and this hooks on the bottom, and then you pull, and then this kind of drops down. I'm not going to lock it, but you have to lock it to get it to really close, and then it has a nice Holden logo there. So that's what that looks like. Real quick, there's about maybe about a millimeter of clearance between the actual roof and the body. I didn't really trust it once I start putting a load up there and wind and everything. So I laid down, I'm not sure if you can see it, but about that much of a strip of like some clear hood bra type stuff. So I'll probably check it at the end of the season and see if it's rubbed. If it has, I'll probably take like a sander or something to it. Now, another thing on the instructions is they say that if the sealer is too thick, that you may have to take a screwdriver and do away with it. So that did apply to me. The front went on just fine, but there's like just a whole seam that goes all the way down, and like right here, it was just really K-tie, so the latches couldn't engage. So I took, so what you do is you actually start at the front per the directions, and you just kind of peel up on that, and it rips off. The risk seemed really low that like you would actually break a clip or anything, and I removed it probably 4 or 5 times in the process of kind of digging out the sealer. So I wouldn't worry about that. Now when I actually sealed it, I went with a 3M, it's a black seam sealer. I've read some guys use RTV, but it just seemed like seam sealer was a more permanent solution. It's urethane, and again, every time I take the rack on or off, I'll probably check the condition of it. I was also really worried that it was gonna leak, so a couple times I came out here and just poured water down the seam and looked for air bubbles, which would indicate water was getting in somewhere in the roof area. But it seemed like I did a good job, and it's sealed. So one other quick thing is, so this is the bike rack that I'm going with. It's a Kuat Trio. And for the rear, what you need to do is there's little black rubber things that you need to take off. Only on the rear though, not on the front. Got everything mounted up. So this is kind of what we're looking like with a bike on it. So the sunroof has about 1 inch of clearance if you have a rack or anything other than that spanning across. The wind noise is acceptable if you just like crack the back, but if you roll the sunroof completely back, I don't know how to describe it other than it just makes an unpleasant noise. I'm probably talking to very, very few people. The amount of people that put a rack on these cars is few, and the amount of people that even have a sunroof is probably even less. So anyway, having bike rack wise, this is my first roof rack, and it is definitely less convenient than a hitch mount. But I do like having the sunroof and being able to look up and just kind of make sure, you know, just be able to see it, you know, if, in case anything's getting real wobbly or whatever. In theory, I'd see it. So that's it. That's the roof rack.